what is floating status? Alright? Nowadays, all of us are affected. There are a lot of companies or businesses na talagang no choice but to close their businesses or reduce employees. So, medyo mahirap tong taon na to, I know, for all of us, for everyone, but we need to, survive. Okay? So, for this topic, I believe marami sa atin makaka-relate nito. And I hope na I get to help you as well to explain kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng floating status. And ano yung mga mangyayari sa atin kung mag-place tayo under floating status ng ating mga employers. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So, it's been a month. Well, I think more than a month since I last posted a video. So, welcome back to my channel. This past few weeks, I've been very busy lang sa trabaho and medyo mahirap siyang pagsabayan, no? So, I've been also doing my new hobby, which is my acrylic painting. Bear with me if medyo matagal yung aking next video. Okay, but now I'm here and we're going to discuss about temporary layoff or floating status. Because of the pandemic, there are a lot of companies na talagang affected ng COVID-19 na ito, and they have no choice but to retrench employees. Some, they already closed their businesses. Some, they put their employees on floating status. So now, sa video na to, we're going to discuss about temporary layoff or floating status with those affected with this pandemic. Before we discuss what is temporary layoff or floating status, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe as well in my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more video updates. Alright, so what is floating status? Floating status is temporary layoff and temporary retrenchment. Okay, however, ito yung isa sa mga kinoconsider na valid action ng management of the business to survive during this kind of pandemic, okay, or even not in pandemic. Usually it happens if they need to balance out their economic situation or financial situation in the company. Just please remember that floating status is subject to compliance of Article 301. Okay, so let's define Article 301 para mas maintindihan natin siya, alright?
Article 301, when employment not deemed terminated, the bona fide suspension of the operation of a business or undertaking for a period not exceeding 6 months, or the fulfillment by the employee of a military or civic duty shall not terminate employment. In all such cases, the employer shall reinstate the employee to his former position without loss of seniority rights if he indicates his desire to resume his work not later than 1 month from the resumption of operation of his employer or from his relief from the military or civic duty.
Article 301 of the Labor Code, na-explain lang doon na ang mga employers are allowed to suspend or lay off their employees not exceeding 6 months. Okay? Please note of that. In these such cases, the employer must reinstate their employees without losing their seniority or their tenure in the company as well. Okay? Not later than 1 month. So, dapat ma-inform na kaagad ang mga empleyado na i-reinstate na sila or pababalikin na sila sa trabaho. Okay, baka ang iba sa inyo iisipin pag sinabing floating status ay tanggal ka na sa trabaho, alright? So, pag sinabing floating status, ibig sabihin temporary suspended lang ang iyong employment sa iyong company, but still you are employed with them. Next question is, paano nga ba natin ipoproseso or ano nga ba ang due process when it comes to putting your employees on floating status? One is to make sure na ma-inform ang Department of Labor and Employment at ang iyong empleyado 1 month before the effectivity date. Like this year, di ba, pandemic tayo, so maraming affected talaga na companies and we all know that. No, hindi naman na itatago yun kasi nga, lahat talaga affected. Okay? Make sure lang na may documents talaga yung employer ninyo na magpo-prove ng economic situation ng company and hindi talaga pwedeng mailagay ka or mai-assign ka sa ibang position. The employers kasi has the right or the prerogative to transfer you muna for the meantime sa ibang positions if meron. But if wala talaga, then they have no choice but to put you on floating status. Next question. Meron ka bang sasahurin kung naka-floating status ka? The answer is wala. Okay, so unfortunately, yes, wala po kayong matatanggap na salary during your floating status. Kung ang mga employees natin na mga naka-assign directly sa kanilang mga companies, ang maximum floating status lang ay 6 months, yung mga empleyado na under agency, ang maximum floating status ay 3 months lang. Okay? So, yun yung tatandaan ninyo. Yun yung difference ng direct hire at ng agency hire. The employer choose to retrench employees. For example, hindi na talaga kayang ma-recall back or hindi na talaga kayang mapapasok sa trabaho ang isang empleyado, then that's the time that the employer needs to inform Department of Labor and Employment at ang empleyado at least 30 days before the effectivity date of retrenchment. Once na ma-retrench ka, ibig sabihin magkakaroon ka ng separation pay. Okay? Assuming na lumagpas ng 6 months ang floating status sa iyo ng iyong employer, ano nga ba ang mangyayari or ano nga ba ang pwede mong gawin? What you can do is to, of course, ako initially, my recommendation is to go to your HR or to your employer and ask ano talaga yung status mo sa company. Okay, but for example, your employer is not informing you at all after more than 6 months, then that's the time that you can go to Department of Labor and Employment to ask for their assistance because pag lumagpas ka na ng 6 months, you can file an illegal dismissal to the employer. There are employers na lagpas na sa 6 months kung maglagay sa floating status ng mga empleyado. So, for those employers, they will be held liable for illegal dismissal if hindi nila ma-inform immediately ang kanilang mga empleyado. Well, I also read a post in Facebook asking kung kailangan bang pirmahan ng kanyang asawa ang retrenchment letter or retrenchment notice na binigay ng isang employer doon sa kanyang asawa. Okay? So, if your question is kung kailangan bang pirmahan, my answer is yes. Why? Kasi hindi naman gagawin ng employer yun if they can still pay the employee or if they can still reinstate the employee. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ng retrenchment notice, hindi na talaga feasible na makapabalik pa ang mga empleyado sa kanilang employers. Okay? So, if you receive a retrenchment notice, masakit man sa ating mga loob, but we have no choice but to accept that. Kasi babayaran naman tayo ng separation pay, okay? So, yun naman yung mahalaga. I know it's really hard na matanggalan ng trabaho, but at the end of the day, with this kind of situation, the only thing we need to do is to survive as well. Okay, lahat naman tayo nasa survival stage ngayon. So, what you can do is just accept it. Make sure to use your separation pay, for example, businesses and all. So, yun lang. Mahirap man tanggapin na mawawalan ka ng trabaho. But at the end of the day, it's up to us paano tayo makaka-move on during this pandemic. I know all of us nahihirapan sa panahon ngayon. The only thing we can do is to, yun nga, make sure to survive in this kind of situation, no? So, mahirap, but we have to do it. Okay? So, yun lang. I hope you get something about this video. If you have any question about floating status, just let me know in the comment box below. I am always willing to help you guys, and I hope I get to answer it quickly as much as possible, but I will try my best. Okay? So, yun lang. If you have any question, just let me know. If you also have time, spare time as well, just don't forget to watch my other videos. I guess that would be all. Thank you so much for your time watching this video, and I hope you get something about this topic. Alright? Till our next video. Bye!